talk about fundraising. So I posted in our boards and I will post on Champion here in just a couple minutes, our new fundraiser flyers for October. And the thing that's cool about these fundraising flyers, let me see if I can share my screens. Hold on. Let me pull some stuff down to make it easy. Unplug. Okay. Let's see here. Give me just 1 second. All right. What screen do I want to share? Well, I don't see what I want to share. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. Oh, now I lost you guys. All right, hold on. It's coming back. All right. Let's see here. All right, so let me show you why I don't see the screen I want to share. I'll show you here first. All right, so I have it here in boards, the fundraising flyer, right? So these are the fundraising flyers that I have. So I have the 4-piece bowl set, right? So let me just kind of explain with any of these flyers, when anybody sells this sheet out, so they sell 10 of these. Let's see here. I did all the math. All right, so for this 4-piece bowl set, they make $80. So whoever it is that's selling this makes $80 towards their cheer competition, their field trip, their whatever it is that they're trying to raise funds for. Maybe their DC trip, maybe it's a band trip, right? And so whoever sells this flyer out, so they sell 10 sets, they get $80 towards whatever their fundraiser is. But I have to admit, I mean, I want you guys to understand, you still make $155 when people sell 10 sets of these for you. Okay. So when I first got introduced to this way of fundraising, I was just like, yeah, but how much is the consultant making? Because yeah, as a leader, I make bonuses on my sales and on the team sales, and I get all these extra bonuses. But I wanted to know, as a consultant, what is it that you're making? So when somebody fills this out and they sell 10 sets, you're going to make $155. All right, let's see what we have. Oh no, everybody's facing in my way. All right, so I also have the kids set on here. So $5 goes to the group. So the kids set, they make, which one is this? Hold on. So the kids set, they make $50 and we make $32 for every 10 sold. I have the popcorn maker on here, right? So the popcorn sets, we make $12 per 10 sold, right? And they make 50. All right. So it just kind of varies from flyer to flyer, how it is, however much it is that you make. I also have the 8-piece bowl set on here. Anything that has a higher price point, clearly you're going to make more money. And so you can offer all of these together to an organization, like, hey, pick which flyer you want to promote, or they can send it out to their people and be like, hey, promote all these flyers, and they can kind of pick or choose. The key to this is that all the orders are being shipped to the organizer. Or if somebody, so let's say Loretta sells all of, she sells out this flyer for Mateo's fundraiser, right? And so she can opt to have that entire flyer of orders shipped to her. And so that's how the kind of like when I do the math is with the shipping maxed out at $20, right? And so that's how we make, so the higher it is, the more money we make on the back end because, I mean, for this is like, if they sell it out, it's like $1,000 order, right? Well, it's a little bit less. It's like $890 order, right? But you see, you only pay $20 in shipping. Whereas like if it's a $200 order, $20 in shipping is not quite that great a deal for us on the back end. But the cool thing is about our fundraisers is, many times, for those of you who don't have kids in school, a lot of times, like when they do field trips, they offer fundraisers. Like if it's a field trip that they have to pay $150 for, they offer a fundraiser to help you raise those funds to offset that cost. Daycares do a lot of fundraisers. Any organization that does competitions. So think about swim organizations do fundraisers. A lot of times karate, like martial art type of facilities, they do fundraisers. Dance, cheer, gymnastics, any of those things that go to competitions, they do fundraisers to help the all of their members just kind of offset the costs that go into these competitions. And so these are great little fundraisers to offer to those sort of people. So think about that, and don't be afraid to approach a PTA. What at our school they call it the PAG. I don't know if other schools call it that, but it's essentially a PTA. Don't be afraid to approach them, or boosters, band boosters, football boosters, any of those sort of organizations that have fundraisers. I remember years ago there was a school that would do a fundraising vendor event. And so they would invite all these schools to come, and they would invite all these fundraising vendors to come and pitch their ideas to, the president of National Honor Society and and so sometimes you're pitching it to kids as like, hey, what do you want to get involved with? And sometimes you're pitching it to adults. But definitely look in your area for organizations that are looking for fundraisers. Definitely, I would ask on Facebook, I would ask on Marketplace, like, hey, is anybody looking for fundraisers for your organization? Because throughout the year, a lot of times schools, they already have everything set up at the beginning of the year and they have it mapped out. Like, we're going to do this fundraiser in October, and we're going to do this fundraiser in November, and we're going to do this fundraiser in January and then March, right? And so they kind of kick them accordingly. However, if one of those fundraisers falls flat, they're looking for something quick to turn around. And this is a very quick turnaround time, because they submit all of these sales to you and all the funds to you, and you can actually pay out whatever their profit is. You can pay it out while the order is in process, right? So as soon as you place that order, you have that money in your hands, and so you can write a check to them right then and there for this fundraiser. So don't be afraid to go after those little groups, fundraising groups, and even church groups. If they're going on a retreat, if they're going on some sort of a mission trip, if they're going on anything like that, they're looking for fundraisers and they're looking for creative ideas towards fundraisers. So definitely reach out and be vocal about the fact that you can offer this to people to help them raise these funds for these organizations or for these individuals. And that's the beauty of it, because big fundraising organizations, think about what is it, the wrapping paper, the candy, the food, all that stuff. A lot of times they only will deal with you if you have like a nonprofit ID number, right? And so they will only give you these really great dividends on these sales if you have that nonprofit ID number. We don't need that, right? So this can go towards individual. This can go towards a grandma that is trying to help her granddaughter do a dance competition, right? And so she's like, I don't have the money to support my granddaughter, but maybe I can raise some funds to be able to help support her in different ways. And so really open your mind and think about the people that you can help in your community with this, especially those individuals that maybe their budget, whether they're on a fixed income or anything like that, their budget's kind of confined. But they still have that loving and giving heart, and they want to be able to help. This is something that we can help them with. So yeah, so great ideas here. And this is in boards, and I'm actually going to post it on Champion as well. I will also put it in the guides for the creative selling guide. So definitely take a look at that, because this is a great way to do some creative selling. All right, back to you, Pam.